Well, hello everybody. Welcome, welcome. If you're tuning into this live on replay, thank you for joining. I'm Luna Soul Oracle. I am a tarot reader, medium, Reiki master, and we do normally I do these collab readings with La Bruja de 305, or in IG she's known as the Tarot Queen. So we do dual live readings. We do like once a month, once every other month, to kind of give you affordable readings from two readers. And the people who go on the live to get the readings, they donate a certain amount and they get a certain amount of cards from me and La Bruja de 305 for any answers to their questions. So today we're doing this live. I'm excited. I don't know about you. I'm ready for the fall weather. I'm kind of over the heat and I'm feeling very fallish, very excited. I don't know about you. I just feel like in the fall spirit. I don't know. I'm ready for pumpkin spice. I'm one of those. I love pumpkin spice. I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. So I'm excited. For me, this is the fall season. I'm dipping into the fall, so I'm excited. And obviously, Mercury retrograde started yesterday, so this is why me and Sister decided to do the live for you guys, because we know Mercury retrograde could be a little dicey in regards to our own journeys. But you know, me and Sister are experts, so we are able to read and tune in despite all the communications, things that are happening with the planets. We want to provide you some guidance to help you navigate these times. So I'm super duper excited. So we're waiting for Sister to come on, and I'm gonna light a little incense here. This one's called, I think it's called Dragon Magic. I think it's Dragon Blood. And I'm gonna set the tone and the mood. I hope everyone's doing well. So we're just gonna wait and see when. I think Sister should be popping on any minute now. Let's see. Let me just double check. She should be coming on very soon. In the meantime, I'm going to cleanse your energy. Hi.
Hi.
Hey, how are you? I just let people know what we do in terms of these dual lives, and I was letting them know that it's Mercury retrograde and that we're pros and we're able to help people in this time when they want some guidance. I know internally and individually it's hard, but we are expert energy readers, so we can give you insight on how to navigate best Mercury retrograde. I don't know about you, I'm feeling good, but then again, I'm not going to jinx myself. I'm actually having not bad of the past 2 days, weirdly, I've been feeling actually happy, which is weird. Yesterday and today. So I'm like, that's a little interesting for Mercury retrograde. Maybe it's my planets. Maybe it's working well for me this retrograde. Who knows?
Yeah, certain planets do get more. Signs get more affected. But so, and I don't think ours is. You're a Sagittarius, and I know for sure Aries is not.
Yeah, I think this, like, so far I've been feeling really chipper, excited. So far, not bad of a fall vibes. I'm feeling good fall vibes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm excited. As you can see, I'm like decked out in fall.
Yeah,
I even brought out the dark.
I love your lipstick color.
Thank you. It's two colors. I was like, I want fall, so I love browns. I love browns and dark colors. I'm one of those people. I love dark. I'm gonna plan to do my nails. I didn't do them yet, but I'm gonna do them fall themes. So.
I haven't done them either because also, like, I'm trying to find a good person. Or when you find good nail people here, their appointments are booked. So you have to, like, I'm kind of like, there's one person I'm waiting on. So yeah. But I am in the fall season, so I went out to get, we have our snacks and stuff ready like that. So I was like, let me go. I was thinking about it. Actually, I was joking around saying I'm gonna get chicken nuggets and eat during the live, but then I was like, let me just.
You can eat. Yeah, and then you know what it is? We gotta let people know we're real.
Yeah,
we're humans. We get hungry. Well, I think when people think of psychics or mediums or whatever, what we do, which is that we are somehow like That's So Raven, and it's kind of and kind of not.
Yeah,
It's just an extra sense. Like you just, oh, okay, I noticed that. And for us, it's more or less just noticing things more than others. That's pretty much what it is. We just notice energy, and it's a muscle. Like some people are naturally inclined to be more sensitive, but it only goes to a certain point unless you decide to exercise that muscle and learn more. Kind of like writing, calligraphy, anything that's like a skill. This is basically a skill that we honed in. So I think people try to like, I guess the movies try to dramatize it, but it's more for money purposes, to be monetary gains. But it's not at all like the movies at all.
Yeah, for sure. I think so too. I mean, I know so. It's like I think the closest is That's So Raven, but I think it's because
I would say that's the closest.
That's the
not
closest.
the whole eye thing. Like
yeah, no,
it doesn't take that long for a vision or for a sense to come in. It's like half a second. That's pretty much it. It's not like a minute, like you're zooming in like this and like
yeah, no, exactly. I don't yeah, I'll say the thing I feel That's So Raven, she was always like she always kind of stopped herself like
for like a minute, like, and I'm like, it's not like that. It's like half a second we notice something. We're like, ooh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like, oh, okay. Like it's not necessarily like my world completely stops in slow motion and all this. So
I agree. It's not. And if we see anything spooky, it's very rare. I have to tell people it's very, very rare. And most times it's more or less a person over dramatizing, or they think they see something. It's not really anything. It's very, very, I would have to say very rare. Very rare. I think people are like, is this? No, it's not. It's more or less you probably. And some people don't like to hear that. It's like, I think you're creating that. No. Happy Virgo season. Oh, maybe that's why we're feeling good, because Virgo is like very grounded.
Yeah, and they're more like about wellness and spirituality. You know, it's very hermit, but like a good hermit, not so much like well, I think it depends your other cards that come along with your hermit, but you know, it's it's very that.
I'm excited for I would say okay, I'm gonna ask a spicy question. You answer it. What was the worst so far zodiac season for you this year?
Oh God. Okay, I think it was maybe Cancer.
Raise your hand up if it was Cancer. Cancer abused me.
Yeah, I think it was like Cancer because I'm trying to think about it, and it was just it was Cancer. Like
whoever's in the comments, let us know which season abused you the most.
Which one terrorized you? Marlene is a Virgo, so she's definitely excited about
Aries. I could see why. I could see why Aries. I could see why, because aggression and just anger could come easily. Like you get easily frustrated. Ooh, donuts.
So it started pouring rain, and I was like, I don't want to get McDonald's with this rain. So there's a Dunkin' Donuts right next to my house, because the McDonald's is like it's closed. I have to drive more, and the Dunkin' is right here, like at the corner. So I was like, let me go there. And when I went, they already have the pumpkin spice. So I was like, oh, okay. You know
yes,
what?
do it, girl. I was about to say, did you get pumpkin spice?
I love pumpkin spice. Yeah.
You have to. It's like mandatory now. You know what I want to do? I want to go, because I told my man this. I said, look, we should drive to a Starbucks and get all the fall stuff menu, because I heard they have a new stuff on the menu for Starbucks for fall. So I'm like, so I was like, I'll treat us. We'll get all the fall stuff and we'll try it out. So I'm excited. I want to try Dunkin' Donuts. I already had a pumpkin spice coffee and the donuts. I had both already. That was like 2 weeks ago.
Well,
I
guess they didn't have the donut today, but I saw the latte. So I was like, okay.
Oh yeah. It's definitely, it's that season.
Something else I'm excited. Maybe I'm excited. This is the reason why I'm also excited about the fall, because So I know you're familiar with Luisito. He's a friend of mine that he gets readings. He's gotten readings with us for the lives.
Mm-hmm.
So him and I are going to go to New York October 6th to the 9th. Oh.
We're so gonna see.
Yeah.
We're gonna visit. I'm gonna visit you wherever you are.
Yeah, we want to
figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But we definitely are gonna. So we're gonna go for sure. And then I reminded him. I guess we live here in Florida. It's always hot. Look at my face. So my face is still a little bit red from the sunburn.
It's still
because of the sunburn. And that day was the hottest day, which I didn't. I mean, it was hot as fuck, but I didn't think it was the hottest day. But it was. You see, all of this is from the sunburn.
Yeah. Does it hurt?
Right now it doesn't, but that day, or I have parts here because of my eyebrow, it started scaring me because I thought my eyebrow was gonna peel too, and it has, that has hair. So I was like, oh my gosh, it was so bad for the first couple of days, and that's why I canceled that weekend. I was supposed to do a podcast. I canceled it because I was like, I look crazy, and I'm in pain too. Like I can feel it throbbing. Like it legit almost felt like. No offense to maybe any kind of burn victim. My aunt was one too, so God forbid.
Well, you can get sun detoxification from that. You can get really poisoned from the sun.
Yeah, so I was like feeling it, and my faces felt hot. So I was like, and it feels burning, and then it started to dry, and then it's peeling. So then also here, especially my nose, because of my anxiety, sometimes I will pick at stuff. So I started going at it, and one section here, when I ripped it, I ripped part of the skin. So I think that's why then.
Oh my God.
So then I was like, hey, I need to stop.
Oh,
I was like, I need to stop. I stopped because it hurt. Because then when I'm trying to put the products on, like even the aloe, it kind of stung a little bit. So I was like, okay.
Yeah. With the skin off, yeah, you're just gonna have to let it breathe.
Yeah. So I haven't even put like retinol or vitamin C or shit like that because I'm like, it's gonna burn me. It's gonna burn me even more. So the only thing I put on is sunscreen if I do go outside.
Yeah.
So again, here in Miami, and Marlene knows. Marlene's from Miami too. She knows how hot it is here. So I guess like Luisito still has the mindset of the heat of Miami. So then I told him, oh, because when we were booking the flight, I told him something about a carry-on, and I told him, well, I think the reason why I thought about a carry-on for sure is because aren't we gonna need jackets? I was like, don't you think we might need jackets?
October, I would say get a light jacket,
like right?
Jean jacket, or like those cute bomber jackets, like they're thin. I think you'll be fine. But here today was actually pretty not chilly, but it was not hot. It was like 60s, but when I opened the window to the car and the wind was blowing, I got a little cold. So I was like, But if you're easily a person that gets cold, I would say a sweater, a thick sweater, and a little jacket, and you can alternate. You could wear the sweater one day, jacket the other, or have a jacket with you just in case. But I think it's not going to be that cold yet. I think you may still be pretty warm, but just like a light jacket situation, I would say. Light jacket, and then you should be fine. In a hoodie just in case. I don't know if it's going to rain like that.
Yeah, so then he's like, oh my God, that's right. He goes, it might be fall. Just take some vitamins and lift your immune. Okay.
Marlene's on point, because when you travel, especially think about this now. A lot of times when people travel in the summer, they come back and then they go back to work, and kids go back to school, they bring everything with them. And then sometimes whatever illnesses or coughs and colds that you get, it settles in like after a week. And you know how some of these parents are like, take my kid, and it's hard for them to take off to take care of the kids, given how the system is. But yeah, I would highly recommend emergency.
That's a good idea. Like thanks, girl. I'm gonna do it. I didn't think about that, but especially also because I do sometimes get. Well, actually, I think I breathe better in New York. I always say that's how I also think we're in a weird swamp area here. Because like, here in New York, I breathe better. Or I don't know what it is.
Maybe it's the energy is different. It's different. I've been to Florida a couple of times, and I like it too. It's very lax, very lax. Here too, in some ways, but also it's very like lively. The energy. You be looking like, what's going on? Something always happens in New York. You're like, you'll see some weird stuff up in here. I will say you'll see some weird things. Trust me.
Well, we're okay with weird because here there's definitely characters. Or there's a page called, maybe Marlene is familiar and follows it too. It's called Only in Dade, because we're Dade Count. That's the name of the county for all over Florida, Miami. And basically, if you see some weird Miami shit, you record it and you can tag them and they'll post it. So they post, I'm gonna send it to you later. They post all these crazy things. Or sometimes those videos I've shared online, like on my story of someone doing some fucking stupid shit.
Is that, wait, you're in Dade, right?
Mm.
I heard about Dade. I heard, and I don't even live there. I heard about y'all. I heard that everything go down in there. So,
yeah,
all kinds of stuff.
All kinds of stuff do go down in Miami-Dade. So,
and you're known for not having good drivers.
Oh yeah, the drivers are horrible. You have to be basically like, it's like a speed racer game. Especially on the highway, don't get on the highway unless you're ready to like fight in the highway.
Yeah, it's in New York City, driving's terrible. It's just people are very inconsiderate, and they're again the whole in the rush thing, and they don't think about like safety. Does that really matter for you to run to the next light that's gonna turn red? Like, you know. But I guess some people are like that. They get easily angered. But look, we have one person, Marlene. She's here. I'm gonna just double look.
Martika told me that she still wasn't home.
So then like, we'll save her for last then.
Yeah.
She usually says save her for last if
yeah, so
we have another per Evie's too.
Evie's, okay. Evie's has not jumped on though, right? I haven't.
No, I can
if you want you can message.
Oh, Marlene, you got on. I just noticed your message. Was you got on?
She was. She did send a message right that she was saying, yeah.
Oh, you figured it out. Yay. Cause I was wondering, I know you when you click on my channel, you click on like the little like the profile thing when it's live and then it comes onto the live.
But I think it's because then she told me something that it said something like, I think on her end in the settings it was something of restriction or something, or she didn't have it open to be able to see everything, I think.
Okay.
Something like that.
Got it. Okay. Oh look, someone else hopped on. Hello. It was on restricted mode. Oh, so I guess that was a default mode they put it on, and then you gotta change it. That makes sense. Don't forget to like the live. Let's explain this. I'm gonna explain this every video. The YouTube is now powered by AI. And the way AI works in all platforms is that you have to engage, whether that's a like, a comment, sharing this with other people. It's what the algorithm likes that. They like interactions, they like people doing that because then it shows more visibility to our channel. You know, the same thing with for her reels, everything. You like them, you comment, you share. It's like the algorithm notices that more and pushes it out because it sees the interaction. That's why I say, you know, it's free to like, it's free to share, and you never know, maybe some of the messages we have on this live help somebody, you know. Maybe they're going through stuff and they hear something, and it may not be an actual reading for them, but then still the message resonates, and then maybe it helps them have a better day, you know.
True.
Especially now with this year and for some time, the energy is so odd and weird. I think people need to have some like hope and faith and just feeling good. It's fall.
Yes.
You know. So, and also we do these lives just to kind of help the community. And I know sometimes readings are expensive, so we like to make it affordable, and you get 2 readers for 1 question, which is I think is pretty darn good. And like, you know, she's the shit. So like,
yeah.
Have you seen her?
Yeah,
like,
we definitely get like,
yeah.
If anyone reads me, it's Luna. Like, so Luna reads me, and you know, I feel like whoever I let read me, I know that they're a good reader, or they know what they're receiving, or like there's been specific things that she already knew that others don't. So, and she sees it and she mentions it. So, you know, I think that's a good sign as well as someone that's like really good, because yeah, you can learn how to read the cards, and you practice them and you practice them too. But I feel like as well, what I like or I think is something good about a reader is that you're also open to receive. You have to remember that you're the healer, you're the receiver. Just don't be afraid to say what you gotta say. And both of us kind of have that personality too. That we're gonna tell you how it is because we want to help you. It's not a negative way. It's just like your homegirl telling you this is what we need to do to get you on this path, and this is what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And and it's a direct message from your guides. And like Luna, I like how she says your team. Because it's like you could have angels, or you can have your abuela, or you can have God or the deities. You work with particular.
You can even have your pet.
Things. Yeah, your pet baby is your familiar telling you stuff. Where's mine?
Listen, I've had in mediumship readings, I've had animals come through. So trust me, I've had animals come through.
Let me see if I can grab a little.
So animals are also energies. But yeah, I agree. Sister, as you know, she's very talented in many ways. She also does Reiki as well. So I think a person, the way she's able, I forget what I say because the cute baby's on. Hi.
Olivia, say hi, mommy.
I love the little white point on her nose. I want to love her. She's so freaking cute. Ooh, if you're having a shitty day, just look at this kid.
Yeah, look at her. She gave you a little side eye. She's giving you a pose. She's posing. She's like, ooh.
I love it. She's so freaking cute.
Olivia, it's okay, mommy. It's okay. You're just on
She's
YouTube.
Like, you are adored and cared for. Aww.
Yeah, she definitely lives her best life. I work hard, Olivia, for you. So
she does, and she's loving it too. She's like,
yeah, she's like,
But like I mentioned, sister's really good at what she said. One thing I will say as a reader for a sister is just that the way she says things is not with like some people when they read, they say it in a way that could be easily like taken in a negative way, or kind of like a jab, or it's like being a reader is not just tapping and knowing people's energies, learning how to talk to people, communicate, have a way to speak where the message comes through to the person. And sometimes I hear some people like when they get a reading, they don't feel good after, or they feel, and that's not the point. The point is to receive more clarity and just kind of comfort in the message, even if it's something that you don't want to hear, but it's something that you need to hear. So it's just like I said, she has a way, and agreed. I don't let everyone read me. She reads me. She's really good, and she's usually on point with everything. So it's just I will say this. I kind of am not on TikTok as much. I like this platform just because it's more like whoever's guided towards me, they can come here. But it's just there's a lot of misguided readers and just in certain communities. And I'm not jabbing at anyone, but I could just see it. I'm like, so it's a little scary because when you do readings, you're also taking account someone's mental health, their well-being. Like you have to handle them with care, a lot of love and care. And some of the things that are said, I'm like, that's not how you talk. That's not how you say something to someone. You got to be extra careful with your words because your words have ramifications and it affects people. So that's why I say with her, she takes care of you in the sense of she gives you the message you need to hear, but with love and the type of person you want to go for clarity. Not just a person that says here, gives you a little carrot, dangles it, and then you have to come back for more. It's more like here, this is that you ask the question, here's the answer, you take it or leave it type of thing. So that's what I like about her. And some people need experience. You need experience and time and growth as a person to be a very good reader. And I would say,
yeah, that's what I'll say. That's like I think my issue with like the TikTok community, that I think it's great that you want to be a reader, but also like give yourself time. I think because we also live in a society that people, or you see younger people succeeding so much, you want to be the next person to jump and succeed, which I get it. but you have to practice. Like, you're not gonna, just because you love basketball, you're gonna audition to be part of the Miami Heat. That's not how it works, dude. They don't get cualquiera. Like, they need to see like your skills. Like, you also know how to be a teammate. Like, you understand. There's so much aspects to it. And like Luna said, I think something very important that I think not a lot of these kids realize is that you need to think about someone's mental health, because I'm not, how about I'm telling you, yeah, I can see you're depressed and all these swords, like, damn, you okay, sis? Like, how about they then later on take it completely different, way more personally than I would, because I'm not the same as you. And then they algo le pasa, and you never want something like that to happen. Like, I feel like when people especially come to a reader, the number one thing is that means that they're confused or they don't know. So therefore you want to guide them into the right direction. Like, so why would you try to like set them off differently? You know what I mean? Like, I think they don't really think about that. And I don't know. I definitely think TikTok is for children. Like, you should be doing fun little children stuff on TikTok, and
Yeah.
and or being a crazy teenager that does all that weird shit teenagers actually do. But for us, I'm like, yeah, I definitely like, yeah, YouTube and Instagram, or even on Threads is just very, like, I think more of a fun, playful way.
What's that, Threads? I heard about it.
It's supposed to be like the new Twitter, sort of, because when that happened was when Elon Musk was trying to like charge people to basically have a Twitter. There's like a whole thing about it that, like,
I'm not a Twitter person, so
yeah, I'm
I
not a
don't
Twitter
know.
person either. But when I saw everybody was doing it and they were talking about Threads, what I thought was like, oh, let me jump on it so I can at least have my name on it. But it basically connects because it's part of Meta. It connects with, like, whatever your name is, it's gonna be.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
done with Meta.
but basically, yeah, it's kind of like it's basically like a Twitter. It's the same shit, but a different color.
Yeah, I agree. And one thing I will say is that some people don't have the proper verbiage to deliver a message with accuracy.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's some verbiage that people use that I think it's just a little more feeding into the fear and feeding into the doubt. Like, it would enhance someone's fear. You want to use words that create comfort and kind of aid, and kind of have a person look within and take those messages and learn and grow from it. Not more or less like panicky fear. Like, for example, you have a negative energy on you. Oh, someone cursed you. No one cursed nobody. If you're really into like the spirituality, espiritualista, curses are very rare, and it only happens in particular circumstances, and it's usually someone you know. But anyways, besides the point. But it's not that everyone's throwing curses left and right, and some people are so protected that the curse doesn't even touch them, or the mal de ojo, whatever, doesn't touch them
Yeah.
because they're protected. Especially, it has to deal with lineage, who's in your lineage, what's in your family as well. There's so much stuff. So when people throw like the whole fear mongering type of verbiage in readings, your twin flame, your soulmate, it eats the heck out of me, because that's not how it works. There's no soulmate around the corner like that. If that was the case, everyone will be with somebody. It's like, I feel like, again, it's just the I would say on the surface reading. It's very surface level reading. There's
Yeah.
the real reading that when you get into that session, you come out, you feel like someone cleansed the heck out of you. And then you come with more clarity. Then you have experiences after. So it's I would say people have to have more discernment and not believe everything everyone says on TikTok, because TikTok is very much a trending app where people
Yeah.
follow trends left and right. And most people will hop on the trend if it's going to bring them money, bring them views, and bring them. And spirituality is not like that. It's not a trend. It's a lifestyle. It's something you do. There's something that's a part of you. But I digress from that little rant. I just wanted to say that because I feel like I kind of got turned off. I like TikTok and I like the app in terms of entertainment, but certain things it's just that's why I don't want to be on it.
Yeah, that's say it's definitely cringeworthy and kind of like questionable. And then it makes you feel like, oh, I don't want to go through this today. So,
Yeah. But luckily, most of mine is little cats. There's the cat that's trending. What's it called? Chased? It's a cute white cat. But anyways, there's a white cat taking TikTok by storm. It's a cute little white cat, so tiny. I'll send you the video. It's been everywhere. But we're gonna start with the readings. But we like to talk. Sorry, but we start the readings. I was in the Halloweeny fall mood, so I got myself my monster, my twisted. This is called Twisted Tarot Tales. Love this deck. I forgot where I got it from. I got it from like a website, but like,
cool.
It's like horror movie deck.
Oh, that's cool.
Remember this one?
Yes.
Little Shop of Horrors. Killer Clowns, love it. And then I also have the Oracle deck for Oracle messages. I love this deck. I got it in New Orleans. This deck is really cool. But yeah, how about you? What you got today? What decks?
I today decided to use the one that's like very psychedelic.
Oh, I know that's your favorite one. There's another one that you used to use. It was like older.
Yeah, so I have my main one that is the first one I ever used. That's like the traditional writer's way, kind of. And then the other deck is the one that used to belong to Walter Mercado. That looks more. Let me show it to you.
Wait, I've seen it before. Is it like medieval looking?
Yeah.
That one, I like that one.
Yeah, that one gets really, really good messages. So I like that one too. So those are like, and then this one, my friend gave it to me for a Christmas one year. And then I feel like I get good messages from them because some of the tarot, I have other cards too. I have ones of bunnies and things like that, but I feel like they don't give us good or very like detailed messages as like other cards do.
It's true.
Yeah. So I
certain
have
decks deliver certain kinds.
Yeah, I have a unicorn one too. That one's okay. That one's pretty good, but I haven't used it because I haven't. Today I felt like okay, I think this one would be good too because you know how like the cards are melting, or I think things feel confusing.
So it's in the theme of Mercury retrograde.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
We're melting. Yeah, I figure it's fall. For me, guys, I know some of you like it's August. It's fall for me, so we're gonna do it fall style. All right, so we have 32 minutes in. You know what? We love chatting with you. So we're gonna start. I think Marlene, you're on. Let me just double check. I know I sent you the list in order. Mm-hmm. Let me just look. And I gotta check those videos you sent me.
Those are the ones from the Miami. They're fucking nuts.
You know my friend who came from Miami, Julie, right? She got sick. The same time I got sick. So we both must have caught like something. But she's getting better too. Did I send I know I sent you the list. Hold on a second. I sent you.
It was like from I think you sent to me yesterday or.
Yeah, I probably did. You know what? I was scrolling way too hard. Yeah, my Pika, Evis, and Marlene. But I'm gonna let Evis know to cut on, and then if she doesn't come on yet, we'll take you, Marlene. You know, you're the last of the list, but you'll be the first.
Yeah.
Hold on a sec. But yeah, you can do fall things. You should go. Do you like Harry Potter? You should go to the Harry Potter store. They have a store here in New York, and I think they have like also like a bar that you can make your own potion drinks.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I'll send you the info that you.
We want to do this double decker. That's a tea party.
Yeah, I know you talk about. I love that. You want to do it?
We want to do that for sure. We know that.
Definitely. Okay, perfect. I love that. Actually, I wanted to do it. It's like it's not bad. It's really cute. The double decker. I think it's like $69.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I thought I had I don't know what's going on. All right. It's weird. All right. I don't know why it's not happening. It's so odd. Let me look up the person. I don't know about you, but my service has been terrible. It's been so slow lately.
Mine sort of has been too.
Now my laptop closed down, of course. Can you please message Edith, and then if she doesn't come, we'll take Marlene first, and then whoever comes, Martika. If not, Edith, and then Martika. We'll leave her last. You said Re. And Marlene, let us know in the meantime, since you're on, let us know what, do you have a particular question? Yeah, Mercury retrograde is weird. Like, I don't know. I think in general, it's just like my area is slow because I notice on my phone, I have T-Mobile and it's just really slow. It's not the best. Let us know what type of question, if you have a question particularly in mind or a certain area of your life you want more guidance on, but you just want to see like whatever comes through. Or if not, default whatever your guides want you to hear.
Yes, let us know.
What spirit wants to tell me. Yeah, I think that's usually the best thing. Like if someone doesn't know, because I know some people when they book readings, they're like, I don't know what to ask about, but I feel like I need guidance. So then just say whatever you guys want to hear. That's usually a feel safe way to get whatever message. So and she got everyone got 7.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cleanse you first. I got my little Palo Santo here.
Yes.
You know this, especially Mercury retrograde. We gotta cleanse.
Thank you. I haven't been able to. Right, I have to be cautious of how I burn myself because Olivia, since her lungs are like the size of a little, I have to be cautious of like the smoke that I release in the house. So,
Try like tuning forks. Those are really good.
okay, I have a tuning fork actually.
Yeah,
So,
go every corner and cling, 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 or even ring a bell, and that will work as well. Or if you don't have any of that, clapping too. Clapping is a good one.
I have bells too. Like I have bells on the doors, and I have an actual bell in my room. Sometimes I'll just like
Ring it.
yeah.
Like I would highly, if anyone's like on the live, how do you cleanse your home? I personally, this is how I do. I go on every corner because energy tends to collect in corners, especially the dark corners, your closet, all that. You will notice a difference when you do it frequently. When you cleanse the corners and dark places, that the energy starts to lift. It's because it's kind of, think of it as like a collection of smoke that it just goes to the dark spots where it's comfortable. Those areas don't have that much light in them, so that's where they tend to, like, the energy tends to collect. And then just envision it as a cloud, and once you ring the bell, it just kind of breaks apart and then leaves your house. That's how I view it in my mind. Like,
Yes.
and crack the windows open. If you do smoke clearing, always crack a window open while you're doing it.
Yeah, that too. So it can like release and go. Marlene, you cannot get rid of the Sagittarius man. The card is hilarious. I promise you, this Knight of Wands has been pulling and pulling. This man has been pulling since like December, I want to say, right, Marlene? Every time. The Knight of Wands comes through for me, or another Sagittarius. I forgot the other one, but it comes through. But it's always the Knight of Wands. So I was like, oh my goodness, this man is unwilling to let go. um, she says correct. Oh my god.
Yeah, your cards are very interesting. Very interesting to say the least, in regards to what's happening right now.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. So I got interesting set of cards. Like at first it starts to look good and then it's like there's some stuff that your guides want you to pay attention to. So far the Four of Wands, it looks like you're building a lot of stuff. Right now I hear the word I'm building. You're like creating a new like foundation. I feel like this is personally within your own life where maybe you're building a new foundation of how you think. I feel like this is more like a calm, more balanced version of yourself in terms of like what you're doing. I also hear you're making your home. Like, I don't know if you're rearranging your home or you're thinking of moving into a bigger home or just something to do with your home. Like, you're creating like a space of comfort. I feel like you're like settling in more. I don't know if that means you just moved or you're just starting to redecorate and make it more appealing and just like comforting for you. But I feel like this is something that you're focusing on. And I'm also hearing from your guides, they say, like, you're acknowledging more of your accomplishments. So I don't know if you accomplished some things or you did some things that you're proud of yourself. I feel like you're in a good place. It sounds like everything's good with you. Home life, so far good. You feel good about yourself. These are all like pillars to good foundations of new beginnings. And I think this is something different. Like maybe you're coming into your own now. You kind of feel more yourself. You feel more confident as a person. I also see in the next card we have, even though it's funny, is the Sun card. These cards are hilarious. So you see here, you would like to move. So then you know what? Maybe what's happening is you're starting to build a certain either mentality or you're starting to plan things to create that new foundation. So whatever you're doing, it's setting you up for the future. That's what I'm hearing. You're doing things that are setting you up for the future. Maybe you have visions of getting your own place, owning a home, and they're saying this will happen if you continue to build that foundation. That means obviously planning money wise, where would you like to live, your budget, and so on. So I feel like you're kind of getting more confident in like future plans for whatever manifestations you would like to make. So that's something I'm hearing. They want you to say, I'm proud of myself, I'm doing good, now I'm ready to take it to the next level kind of energy. Right here, I also see that this foundation that you're building is also around more fulfillment. So the Sun card represents the inner child and also represents childlike excitement, good energy. So I feel like this new beginning, this foundation you're building, is more connected to fulfillment and joy. So if you feel like you've let go of things recently, or you kind of had an epiphany of like, you know what, I'm done doing this, I'm going to change, I'm going to do things differently, I'm no longer resonating with that, it's because you're starting to build a foundation on more joy, fulfillment, and happiness. Okay, so because a child represents that, they represent joy and happiness, just this wholeheartedness and of enjoyment. Okay, enjoying things as they are. And I think that's happening more and more for you. So I feel like this Mercury retrograde, whether you don't feel it or not, there is good changes happening within you. You're becoming more ready to kind of put your foot in the world. You're ready to take on bigger manifestations, bigger goals. Your guides are acknowledging that, and you're ready to start doing things out of fulfillment. I want to do this because I love to do this. I would like to make this decision because it makes me happy. No other person, but just you. Now, the next card I have here is the Knight of Swords. Now, with the Knight of Swords, I feel here this may be particular, like, I feel like this may be the that person. For some reason, this knife and like the creepy face and then the calm face, like a Jekyll and Hyde, I feel like you're so far you're doing okay, but then this person likes to come in and kind of mess with your head a little bit. And the knife here represents the mind. So I feel like sometimes they kind of take away from this happiness more, just because it's more or less. I feel like saying the word it's complicated. You keep saying it's complicated, but it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be as complicated as it is right now. I feel like your guide is saying things could be easily simplified. It doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be so hard. So I would say with this person, and for some reason they're pointing, like you see how the knife kind of separates them. I feel like this is also talking about like boundaries as a person putting boundaries in front of another person. So I feel like in general, you may need to speak out more and say your truth to this person and say, these are my boundaries. Talk about how you truly feel, and remember, just keep in mind what really makes you happy. Does the back and forth make you happy, or does it you want to give time and space to this person and you just want to focus on yourself for now and until this person figures it out? I don't know. I feel like they keep chiming in and you keep trying to do your own thing. I'm trying to do me, but then this person keeps interjecting, and it feels like this constant, like a fly. No offense, I don't want to say, but it is. It feels like a fly, like buzzing you, like leave me alone. So the reason I say it's interjecting and kind of distracting you is because the next card you have here is the Eight of Swords. So feeling trapped. A part of you feels like I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to take the next step. I'm ready to start new beginnings. I'm ready to do things my way. But then there's also this feeling of being trapped. So sometimes you feel overwhelmed by even your own thoughts. I do think for you, I feel like this person is just complicating things for yourself. For some reason, I hear the word trigger. I think they trigger you sometimes. I don't know if that's something that resonates with you. Sometimes the things they do or their situation or how they're doing things is just triggering you in a way that's making you feel a little trapped, like overwhelmed. Okay. And I feel like another reason is like you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place with this person because I see here the Three of Swords. So I feel like there's this kind of sense of feeling overwhelmed, but at the same time, really sad about the circumstances. It's kind of like, why does it have to be like this? Why can't it be more simpler? Why does it have to be so complicated? And I feel like that's something that you crave. You crave more simplicity, more an interaction that doesn't involve so much things. And that's something I'm hearing from your guys. So just be mindful. If something or someone brings more heartache, more fear, more doubt, brings more to you that's more negative than positive than maybe, you have to have a kind of an internal chat with yourself and see if it's really worth it. Because I do see, again, you have so many things you want to do and you're starting to build a new foundation. And I feel like ideally you want to build a foundation that's more happier, fulfilled, and less like complicated and convoluted. So I feel like this is kind of like a part of you wants wants what it wants, but then a part of you knows the best action for you. So I feel like it's like an internal battle. You kind of like, I want to do this right, but at the same time, I feel this way. So this Mercury retrograde, I say be mindful of your thoughts and those kind of patterns that tend to bleed over in other situations. So I do feel like maybe this person, when I said triggers you, it kind of triggers a pattern in you, something that you've done over time. So you have to break that pattern. And that could be just you speaking your mind, giving yourself time and space to grow, maybe taking a mini break from that person and just kind of working on yourself, whatever that means to you. Because again, you do feel there's a part of you that's feeling overwhelmed and trapped. So that's what I'm hearing. This Mercury retrograde, so far, it looks like there is foundations being built, but at the same time, there is some internal like realizations that you have to go through to kind of remove yourself from the complicated feelings and emotions and then get yourself into a place where you can really be happy. Okay, it's like, the song. Oh, you know what song you remind me of? Avril Lavigne. Why you gotta? Was it complicated? Why you gotta make things so
So
complicated?
complicated.
That song, I feel like, is a song you're like, if it has to explain your situation, it's that song. Like, literally. I feel like that's like your inner teen is like saying that's the song. It feels like that right now, because it doesn't have to be complicated, but it is, and it's annoying. And you want to do the right thing. No problem, Evie. You'll be right after Marlene. And I have two more cards and then I'm done. But that's the song. If you want to feel the feels and kind of just cry it out, and just because honestly feeling it helps you process it more. So feeling those emotions, feeling trapped, allow yourself to just marry through those and let it come through you and come to a realization afterwards. But playing the song may help you. Maybe an outlet to let go of those feelings and just cry it out. Because it's hard. Life doesn't have to be that hard, but sometimes it is. So the two cards you got for your oracle is Warrior and the number 43. And it says here, focus, assertiveness, rise in action. So I feel like this is kind of like an uplifting card from your guides. They want you to start taking action. Like, take no shit type of energy. They want you to rise up. They know the decision you have to make is difficult, but it's because it's not meant for you. I feel like you already know the decision. It's just, it's hard for you to come to that conclusion. And they're saying once you start to rise up to that and you start to take action and you call the shots in your life, things will start to feel a lot less heavy. I don't know why they're saying it's like a weight's being lifted off of you and you kind of feel less stress. I think you'll notice the difference after. And the last card we have here is create. So you're definitely in a position of creation. You clearly want to create a new beginning of happiness, success, and love for yourself. And in order to do that, you have to rise up and take action. The action that you need to do to kind of make things a lot easier and better for you. And it does not have to be that complicated. It could be a lot more simple. But certain people tend to make it complicated. So I feel like you know the answer, but it's up to you. Ultimately, I can only give you the information. You do what you will with it. But I do see new beginnings of happiness coming through. It's up to you how you want to start that new beginning. Okay. I feel like less complicated. Like, I really feel that. I feel like you're going to do so much better. You're going to probably meet a lot more people. You may even meet a really You may meet somebody that knocks you off your feet. I promise you, there's always someone better. There's always someone better. So I'm just saying this as a person, and your guides just really want you to not suffer. And especially now, you don't have to suffer. You don't. So I hope these messages help you. And know I say it with love, and I don't judge. Do whatever you feel is right for you. Okay? I just want you to be happy. That's my goal. I hope these messages help. That's my reading.
Yay! Yeah, I got some similar stuff too, but I think mine's focused maybe a little bit more on like work and maybe your goals and you moving. I think that's like maybe the main thing. The man does pop up, but I think the man pops up because he pops in certain moments where you're like trying to handle your shit y después te, salta out of nowhere. So the first card that I got for you is actually the Eight of Coins, and then the Temperance is next to it. So with these two together, the Eight of Coins, it's a maybe during the retrograde as well. Maybe you might get busier at work or more opportunity at work will come up because when the Eight of Coins comes up, it's someone who's working, but maybe they're working a lot or they're working double shifts, they're to be asked for more at work. The good thing about that is that you'll get more money, especially if, you do get tips or things like that, like extra money is going to come in. But as well, next to it, you have, because you have the Temperance next to it, it tells you to have, like, it wants you to have moderation and, like, where you're putting your energy into your life right now. Because your temperance is like in the center of all the things. So, for example, here with your work card, it's telling you that for sure to be working and, accepting work right now and working with your clients and stuff. But I will say, with your temperance, it's also about like being very like intentional, or what are you doing with your work, like going back to the idea of like your goals, like you do want to move out, like really kind of you're working to like build up to that, like you want to make more money to be able to afford a different place, or to for the cost of moving, or like if maybe if your roommate leaves and then you can stay there by yourself with your kids, like whatever it could be, just kind of like being very intentional with that, so your temperance is showing like having a good balance of like work and self, as in like don't let fear get in the way, like, oh, I have to work because of like I need to make all this money, because if I don't make this money, then it's never gonna happen, I'm never gonna have a chance. So, also be mindful with like your words and what you're saying right now, because Mercury retrograde is very karmic, and like, and you're kind of also sending off like confusing messages to the universe during a retrograde. Like, it's kind of saying like, oh, well, does she not want this change? Is she not ready for this change? Like, she's basically working this hard, to build up to these changes that we're trying to kind of like, set her up for, because next to it as well, you have the Three of Cups, which the Three of Cups is a good card showing a lot of like little wins are going to start coming through that are really going to like inspire you or bring hope into your life right now, and as well, the Three of Cups is good to show like there's maybe like females around you that are very supportive, or certain friends right now that they're very supportive and they're trying to help you. But I would say, I'm saying females because in the card, or in this card, whatever version it's made, it's always girls, because it represents feminine energy, so don't let these men or this Sagittarius, if he's trying to sell you like a fantasy, like, I think he would like to give you that. Like, if he's like, oh, I could take care of you, I could take care of you and your kid, your family. Like, I feel like deep down he does want to give you that, but it's never really coming through, because the Knight of Wands sometimes could be a little bit like immature, or they're not mature enough. They're like a younger version. So if he's like this grown ass man, he's almost being naive to his own like promises. Like, yeah, he would want to give you this, but is he capable of actually giving you that right now? And it's not fair for him to say, like, oh, I want to do this for you, and then not come through for you. And I think that's where the blockage energy is also coming through, that like it's telling you don't have to, like, yeah, it's nice. It would be nice, obviously, if a man or someone at this point, anyone, took care of us, but it's more like, it needs to come from like a very like mature and like very consistent, like grounded place. And I don't think that's where he's at. As like, I think your energy is actually very grounded, and you're working really hard for a lot of things in your life right now. So it's almost like the two of you are sort of opposite in certain ways. So going back to like your temperance, a certain balance needs to come, so also maybe like, aligning your energy to people who are as well balanced to you, or like, that there are the same kind of community or person as you, like maybe there's more girlfriends that like the universe wants you to connect with, to be able to feel really more confident, inspired, or like opportunities, things like that. But the Three of Cups is good to show like they're all celebrating, están como brindando. So that represents like, something really good is coming your way. So just, being ready to celebrate, like all these little wins are almost adding up to what you're trying to create, So going back to like, the whole Knight of Wands, you have your Knight of Wands that came up again. So I can tell that he's really like on your ass. But again, I think he's not like, I think he feeds these ideas, but then it makes you here with the Nine of Wands. I think similar to that Eight of Swords, like her Eight of Swords felt like more trapped. And then here with your Nine of Wands, it's almost like you feel, I think he pressures a lot of ideas, or because he's very fiery. Sometimes fire signs are very like, we're more responsive right away, where you as a Virgo like to take your time and think things through and like plan ahead. He's more impulsive, and that energy does not match your energy, unfortunately. So therefore it makes you feel like pressured or backed up into a wall, and it makes you like kind of maybe reconsider like your goals or things in life, maybe like, oh, what should I do? Should I do this? Should I do that? But your 9 of Wands, I think it's showing, especially since it's a number 9. Number 9s are like right before we get to like our goal, to take a moment to reassess everything. And that's what retrogrades represent too. The good thing about a retrograde is that it's a moment to help you slow down, to get all your ducks in order, and then move forward. So it's telling you right now to like, during the retrograde, it's almost made me start thinking about like, if you really do want to move, then what do I need to do to move? Or where can I move to? Or what area is better for me? Or how can I get rid of my roommate? Or whatever it is that you would like to do, whatever seems best for you, then what do I need to do to kind of like plan that? You know, you're Virgo, so you use your Virgo energy to kind of like really connect with that. Like, what is it that I need to do to make this happen for myself, you know, and for my kids too, you know. But your 9 of Wands is like, yeah, you're almost there. And wands as well are very like grounded energy and like things that you've been building up to, you know. So that's it's similar to Luna, like you've been this whole year kind of like, you know, the universe has been throwing you these lessons and all these things, but therefore you've done really good growth for it. And it's telling you like the 9 of Wands can be at times that there's certain things that we're trying to build up for, but then when we're almost there, we kind of like, when we're reassessing, our insecurities come through, as in like, I don't know if I could do this, like, is it really gonna happen? I'm gonna be able to afford it. But with the 9 of Wands, so you cannot put yourself in that mindset. Like, this is for you. And when something's meant for you, the universe is gonna make sure that it happens. So I think what the universe really wants you to understand right now is that, and I get it because I had to go through it. So I understand the fear factor of things that like moving in Miami is a whole ass mission and expensive, or like there's a lot of costings. So therefore it makes it scary. But the universe is saying it's meant for you and it's gonna happen. So it doesn't want you to worry about that part. You just need to like almost yourself step into it and say, okay, I'm ready to move. I've been wanting to move. Like, it's the time. You know, and the universe knows it's your time, but it's more like also as individuals, we have to own it. And not until we own it, then the universe doesn't completely open the doors. Like, I mean, it needs to open the doors more. And I can even be with like by you saying that, it'll give you more hours at work. They give you more hours or more, you know, maybe you'll get better clients or bring consistent clients that show up, and then you get extra tip or you get this good, you know, money coming through. But I want you to really like, you know, hold on to that. And here, actually, similar to like the little kids kind of card, I have the 6 of Cups here, where the 6 of Cups is a really good card of like, you know, inner child healing, like emotional reassurance to things. So maybe the retrograde to you, what it might bring up are things about maybe your past, or like, you know, this whole thing maybe with this man, maybe there is like this really good love there. Y él tiene mucho cariño for you, and he really cares, and he does want to help. And like, I think he'll prove that. But I think the issue is that like, he's not quite ready to actually physically make those moves for to help you or be there for you the way you want him to be, you know. So with your 6 of Cups, there might be good moments with him, but then overall the 6 of Cups too, since they're little children, I actually thought about your children as well, that like maybe, you know, consider the move as well as like maybe something you're helping your kids do too. You know, it's about you guys right now, you know. And also in a sense, you see how like the little boy is getting to like the smaller girl. It's almost like, you know, um kind of being able to be open to receive, you know, because maybe a friend or someone you haven't seen for a while might come back into your life, and they're going to be a very helpful source for you. You know, when the 6 of Cups comes up, it's a sign to that someone that we haven't seen for a while, a really good friend, someone you trust for sure. So that's why we always say kind of like family members or like a best friend you grew up with might come through, and they're gonna be a very helpful source for you right now. I think internally and emotionally, but as well like maybe helping you with the move, or maybe offering you an opportunity for something really good that like they might hear of an apartment or like a house, or like they'll help you with like moving, anything like that. But it's almost like this is as well a sign that like the universe, whatever you need right now, I think it might be people, especially since you have like this 3 of Cups of like this feminine energy of the women, that the universe is gonna bring the right people to you to kind of help you right now to kind of like step up to like this goal that you've been thinking about, you know. I know you've been thinking about moving for a while, and I know you want to move, and that's what you really want. The universe knows it 100%, but the universe really wants you to. I think by you taking that step forward, is showing the universe that you are not scared, that you are ready, and that this is it. I'm ready to do it. Like your Virgo sign has been taking too long. It's been too Mercury. You need to jump off the cliff. You need to like step it forward. It's time. Like the universe says you're ready. I know how scary it is because of the market, the economy, but it doesn't want. It wants you like, but you not letting those things get to you is you having faith in the universe and your guides that okay, I know you're gonna help me. I know you're gonna let this happen to me. So the retrograde so because we have to take it slow, praying and affirmations and the meditations will really help you to really feel, to kind of like maybe think about reprogramming your mindset, of like feeling positive. I'm too vigorous. It's true. It's too loud. That's a good thing about you guys. Like you do take time to reconsider everything, but the problem is that if you're there for too long, your feet are like stuck to the ground and you're not going to move. And that's the challenge. You have to be ready to just take that launch. Like, I think everything is set. Like, the universe is telling you
Yeah.
everything is set in place. Because then
Yeah.
here with your last card, you have the King of Cups, where it shows that, like, kings to me are always the final, like big, large. He looks really big. He's really large. The King of Cups is a sign of a Cancer, and Cancer's family are important to them. So also, like maybe when we have more purpose or intention for the things that we're doing, it helps us a lot. And since your kids were like the little Six of Cups was next to it, it's almost like kind of also realize that you're also maybe doing this for your children. You're doing this for your kids. Maybe you're also doing it for your own inner child. Like, did your inner child, like, what did she want to do, or how did she want to live her life when she's older? Like, what did she want? Consider all those aspects, and maybe like during this retrograde, you might have a lot of those moments where like certain things from your past are gonna come up of like your upbringing, but it's almost like to give you a revelation or like inspiration and like inner healing, because as well the cups is for emotional stuff. So like, but the king is more of like growth and maturity, and fulfillment. So it does show, you making this move, you are going to be emotionally fulfilled. It will be something that brings you and your family happiness. And it's something for you as well. Like, you're a king, you're meant to have this, you're a boss as well, like for your own, your own career. So like, you could do this, like everything is going to come full circle, like the job that she has now, she recently had manifested it, and it's a really great place. It's a really good job. It's at a really good hotel, like, being a
Ooh.
massage therapist. And it's one of the fanciest in Miami. So,
Congrats, Marlene.
you got it.
Yeah.
Like, the universe gave you this good place. Maybe you could be a leader one day, or like, think you have more opportunity to work. Like, things are changing around you, but here for your home, I think also home feels like it's something important for us to have, or there's always
Yeah.
these lessons to it. So I understand that's why it can feel kind of difficult or challenging or scary. But the universe is saying you're ready, and don't worry, we're gonna catch you. You're not gonna fall, or you're not gonna break your
Yeah.
back. Like, we got this, but you have to take that first initial step. You have to be the one to take it, and it's gonna work out.
Yeah.
It's gonna work out.
Yeah, definitely. I would say one thing, and it's not even about the guy. I feel like this is more about you. Like, it feels like the whole reading was like, hey, focus on yourself because you are going to manifest. And if you give your energy to someone else, or as someone takes away that energy, it's basically you're not focusing on yourself and what you like. So, maybe this person wants so much from you and wants to do things with you, but at this moment it's more or less, it looks like things are happening for you for a reason and for yourself and your kids. But I really think you're gonna move. Like, something tells me after Mercury retrograde, consider moving to an, I don't know why I'm hearing another town or maybe even another state. This job may be setting you up for another job somewhere else that's even bigger. But I do feel like try not to, if you do move, and whatever is meant to be between you and this person will be meant to be. But don't let that person deter you from elevating. Because that's what I feel like. I feel like they want to do all these things. So I'm like, you're saying a lot, but you're not adding physical like words and actions to that. So I would say consider what you want and what your kid will be good for your kids. But I feel like you're gonna have a home that you've always wanted as a child. I don't know if that's something you always like wanted, a house with like a special fence and a backyard. I feel like your inner child's like, hey, we're gonna have the home we always wanted. And if the person comes along, if that happens, that happens. If not, it's still okay because you're still living your best life because you're living for you. And a person's in a plus, but for you and your kids, that's the utmost important thing that I'm hearing. Focus on you and your kids, and then everything else will fall into place.
Yeah, actually, when you were talking about saying that, I remember her saying, "Oh, how you imagined your house." So she has some pets, and one thing is she's not willing to negotiate is to get rid of her pets. So think about the place is gonna allow me to have my pets, or it has a backyard for my dogs, and like the kids, like I have the space to let them be, like just let it happen. I know also when you're looking through, sometimes a lot of places says no pets. Trust me, I have 3 fucking animals. So
I feel like she could have her own house if she really. I feel like you can. There's programs for you to get your own house. So I really think since you're Virgo, use that research and skills because there could be programs that will help you get a house.
Yeah, there is. Now that you're actually saying that, there's programs or there's a right now.
Maybe in a state, there's a certain program and I really feel like you're either going to move to another town or out of state. Something's telling me. So don't limit yourself to one area. And if everything's falling into place and it happens to be somewhere you didn't expect, go for it. If everything seems to be screaming, yes, do it. But I really feel like things are going to change for you. And just like she said, the King of Cups is in your cards. You also got the Four of Wands. So celebrations, new foundation. So you're creating a new beginning. You may not see it during Mercury retrograde. I wouldn't put your heart and soul into it just yet, just because Mercury retrograde is weird. But know that good things are coming.
Yeah, it's more like I think the way that we're also saying is like finding that moderation, that peace and balance, but also the time to take to do be your vigorous self. And once the retrograde is over, start looking, start seeing, okay, actively, like what did I learn and collect during that time that's showing me that I could be here, I could be there. Or like I said, maybe someone's going to come back into your life, like a friend or a family member that's going to help you, that they're going to be a big asset to help you in the
maybe they offer you an even better job. Maybe they have someone that's selling a house. Shit will happen that way. So just be open. Be open to everything.
Martika jumped on.
Perfect. Hey, Martika, how are you? But I hope these readings helped you, Marlene. I hope it gives you insight like, good things are coming. Just don't let distractions knock you out, Yeah. Just make sure you're balanced and grounded. And if anything, spend time with your kids because we saw a lot of kid cards.
Yeah.
Maybe your kids are your balance. Just spend time, have fun with them. It's almost like it's September. Do a bunch of stuff with your kids. Fall, go to orchard. Do stuff like that. Have fun.
Yeah, you do have, your Six of Cups is the Sun. The Sun is a good kind of children's card. And your Four of Wands is about family. The King of Cups is about family too. So, thank you very much. It helps me a lot. Makes sense too. Yay!
Yeah. It will make more sense in a couple of months. You let us know you got a house.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when it comes together, you'll be like, oh my God.
Yay. So, I guess since Martika is here, we can leave. Evie said that she's unable to stay on. So whoever is not on, I guess we could put them last and make it easy.
Yeah, Martika jumped on now. So if you would, if Martika's her or she wants to, we could.
Yeah, she's 7 cards, and I'm assuming it's going to be whatever the guides want you to know. Is it? I'm going to use my psychic skill.
Martika's a Sagittarius, and she's not afraid.
We're not afraid. We are very much hit me with your best shot type of people.
Yeah.
We gotta be careful when you say that out loud, because then we're like, All right.
I'm actually very curious as to what you'll see. That comes up from Martika.
You know something I don't? Do you know?
I know she's been waiting for the reading today, so I was like, oh.
I wonder. All right.
Martika's funny. She wrote. Ella sabe.
Well, I'm curious now.
Yes, dying to hear from my favorite Brujies.
Oh. Very interesting cards I got. It's funny you said that.
Oh, really? Sorry,
I
I'm
got.
showing you something.
Yeah. This is very interesting. I'm gonna start because
Okay.
this is very interesting. Okay, so Martika, I got some cards for you. Oh boy, do you need to get wine? You don't, but at the same time, wine sounds good too. So look, I don't say no to wine. So if you want to have wine and relax, by all means. So it looks like there's an ending of a cycle happening for this Mercury retrograde. There's something finishing. So the 10 of wands represents that 10 represents the ending of a cycle, but also it's like accumulation of things that have happened. And this could be just like experiences that has promoted a lot of growth and expansion within you. And I feel like you're at a point where it's like an ending of a chapter kind of thing going on. This is what I'm hearing. Ending of a chapter. This card is funny, but you see how like the bear is squishing this man. That's the last chapter in your life, squishing that shit and getting rid of it. So I feel like this Mercury retrograde is like that last bit of insight. Maybe even something may like a for some reason they tell me like an event or something may happen that's like that's it. I'm done. I'm ready. It could either just be like someone just really showing you what you really want. For example, an experience just shows you, damn, I can never do this anymore. I need to do something different. But I'm hearing an experience during Mercury retrograde is going to spark the ending of this chapter. And whatever the experience is, it's not necessarily pertaining to the person, but what it brings out of you. So this experience is going to bring something out of you where you're just going to be like, all right, I'm done. I'm ready for the next step. And that's what's happening. It's like an accumulation. Something's building up. Now, the next card you got is the Justice card. So, whatever this is divine. This is like a karmic, divine, special moment in your soul journey that is something that it's like a revelation being brought to you that's going to spark a divine change. This is not no little moment where you can maybe it's interpreted, maybe it's not. It's going to be clear as day. And whatever this justice is, I asked for more clarity because I'm nosy. I got here the Page of Pentacles. So with this Justice card, I feel like this is an ending of a whole chapter, and whatever it is, I feel like there's like blessings coming through, and in order for you to receive them, you have to like end the chapter, end whatever cycle you're doing, and it's going to come through. These blessings are going to come through. I feel like this may be more creativity, doing things that truly like make you happy, opportunities to like expand in some way. I don't know if it's like property or whatnot, but I feel like whatever was due to you, because I feel like there's things that the universe wants to give you, but they can't give you just yet because you have to end the cycle. Once you're done, it's like you're gonna get a bunch of shit. It's like things are just gonna happen coincidentally, synchronistic wise, one after another. But this is probably after Mercury retrograde. But again, during Mercury retrograde, you're gonna have an experience that's gonna kind of signify an ending of a cycle. Once that's done and the justice is served, the balancing of the scales happen. This is when you're going to start seeing more blessings, more movement in your life. And when I mean movement, this is going to be like things that you can do to expand and grow as a person, a property owner. I don't know why I keep saying property. So I don't know if you're going to buy another house or what, invest, or maybe even move somewhere and leave that house and rent it out and then move somewhere else. Who knows? The world's your oyster kind of thing. So I feel like that may be possible for you. Or even you moving into like a condo and then leaving the house. Whatever works. There's like I feel like this is more like a opportunity. The next card I got here is the Two of Swords after the Justice card. So this is going to be a decision. Again, I feel like this Mercury retrograde is bringing up divine moment of making a decision that's going to serve your highest and greatest good. I feel like this decision will be clear. So that's what I'm hearing. The Ten of Wands, Justice card, Two of Swords. Whatever this experience is going to be clear to you what to do next. Because usually they show a blindfolded woman in the Two of Swords, but there's nothing really shielding her vision. She can like slice that thing right off and see if she chooses to. But I feel like with this Two of Swords specifically, you will see more clearly, I'm hearing. So by the end of this Mercury retrograde, you'll be able to see more clearly your path and where you want to go and what like future manifestations or future projects you would like to pursue. The next card, the reason I say this, I feel like this is more like growth, like financial growth, property growth. I don't feel, or maybe even job related. I don't feel like this is like family or anything because I got here the Seven of Pentacles. So whatever it is, I feel like there's like potential manifestations that you've been thinking about or like keeping in the back of your mind or been adding and pouring into little by little. And I feel like after this ending of the chapter during Mercury retrograde, whatever realization you have, whatever decision you make, what you see clearly, it's going to like literally have whatever it is that you've been working on grow even more, maybe even bloom at the end of this year, and you're going to be able to have a lot of opportunities, monetary growth, but also like just expanding your life. I feel like just for some reason I'm hearing living comfortably, like living more comfortably, living more like not even luxurious, but like at peace. Like you're just gonna be calm and happy. You're gonna be so happy to be home, and just your home life is gonna improve drastically. A lot of drastic home improvements. That's what I'm hearing. So that's what's happening in terms of Mercury retrograde with the tarot. I have Oracle here. I have Crystalline. Oh my god, a cute cat. So it says here energy, wonder, alive, beauty. Like I feel like this is what's going to happen. Your energy shifting, the energy is going to change. And this is going to allow you to probably be more like clear minded or crystalline. You can see, you can bring in energy more clearly. You can amplify and use energy directly to gain more, whatever it is in your life that you want in terms of happiness, peace, balance, whatever. I feel like after this, you're going to be able to focus more, pour your energy into things more clearly, and it's going to manifest a lot quicker. So it's just like I feel like you're getting scrubbed really hard this Mercury retrograde, and that last spot is being scrubbed off, and then afterwards you feel clean, you feel renewed, and then whatever you focus on, it's going to magnetize. It's going to come to you a lot quicker. So I'm hearing this is going to be a good energy shift for you during Mercury retrograde. And with that energy shift, you're going to feel more alive, more rejuvenated, just more clear minded. The last tarot card you got is Peaceful, which I feel like that's something that you always want love to be in, more at peace, more balance, more emotional abundance. And it says here tranquility, higher self, peace, invoke. So one thing you could also do during this Mercury retrograde, as you go through that revelation or that last bit of the cycle, just know that there's going to be more peace in the other end. That peace is something that is available to you at all times, and you can access it by just clearing your mind and focusing on what your blessings are and gratitude and compassion, and you will find more peace. But I feel like this is like a buildup. I think eventually you're going to start feeling more emotionally tapped and at peace than you realize. I feel like right now may be hazy in terms of maybe home life or in terms of your home situation, but it's going to be a lot more peaceful after this Mercury retrograde. I just feel like you're going to either move or like something's going to happen where you're not going to be around stress as much anymore. It's like living peacefully, or I don't know. I think of a woman in a cabin or something, like just like living her life, her little garden, her little animals type of energy. That's what I feel like with you, like just calm and living life peacefully. But yeah, that's your overall your reading. I hope that resonates with you, and I hope those messages at least give you some type of inkling that things are getting better and that things are changing. So those are my messages.
I know you said that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Oh yeah, yeah. I
you.
wasn't sure my thing was muted or not. Okay. Yeah, interesting. Interesting because I got some. I got the justice card too. Oh my gosh, yes, totally. Yeah. Yeah. But so I got some similar messages too. So the first one I actually got for you, I think it's similar to how you started your reading, is that you have the three of wands, where you see his back is turned to us and he's holding this wand and he's out looking into the galaxy. Kind of shows that, the universe knows that you're ready to turn your back on certain situations and come to the end of certain cycles. But maybe like by you taking your time during the retrograde, it's gonna make you feel maybe more confident in this. Mercury retrograde, when it's in Virgo season, is good for like our own wellness. So I think you're gonna realize that this is the best choice for me. Internally, this is the best thing for Martika. Like, she is ready to let this go and just be excited about the future. And because he's out looking at like the universe, it's like it's very endless. Like anything could really come for us right now. So your three of wands shows the universe is definitely ready to give you this big change, or some changes coming, or some stuff is gonna happen. Because I also have, it looks like some stuff is gonna happen, but it's almost for like the better. And I also think it's a very unexpected way that maybe you thought things were gonna happen. In a way. So, it shows that, the universe knows you're ready. I think you're ready. You're ready. But maybe you just needed the signs and the confirmation. You're like a good student to the universe and to your guides, and like, you'll follow through. And it kind of shows that it knows it. But I think with the retrograde, I think if anything, it's gonna help you like emotionally really grow from that. Because here with the page of cups, it feels like I like this page of cups because it shows like the snake, like the head's cut off. Snakes represent like rebirth and, like new changes, like shedding things off. And as well, his head is kind of wrapped around it. But it's almost like, because it doesn't matter what our head is saying, it's more related to our heart and like our inner self and internally. Like, I think these changes, or like what happens, gave you also like a much more deeper like emotional understanding as to what you want in your life right now. Like, I'm focusing on what's going to make me happy, what's going to make me excited, what puts my energy wave into a positive fulfillment. You're at a point that you no longer are going to fuck with anything that is testing you, that is messing with you, that is blocking you, that it's negative. Like, you're not here for that. So your page of cups is good to show some good emotional like wellness, and inner healing will definitely come through, or just feeling more confident in like the journey you're stepping into. Because here you have the justice. So the justice, I think some things that Luna was saying are interesting to what is going on in your life right now. I think it's relating to that house that you sort of have, what is it? I guess you have legal rights to. So there's this little lady that has a house, and she has Martica as like a kind of like she could be in charge of certain things for her, like to make certain choices. So I think the old lady is about to come to her end. And legal things are happening to this house. And it's gonna be your choice as to what you're gonna do with this house, you know? And I think, yeah. But I think also going back to the whole house situation, you're ready to really the justice card is very karmic. Like right now, first of all, the justice relates to legal things. So I think something's gonna happen with that house. Secondly, I think remember it's your choice. So it's also because it's a karma card, be like mindful of what you're doing. Like whatever you're gonna throw out there regarding this, it's gonna come back in some kind of way. Not obviously not in a negative way, but what I mean is like, be very intentional with what you're gonna do with this property or what's gonna happen with it, because and make sure you do it for yourself because here I have these other cards where like I think people might be trying to tell you stuff or like people have their opinions. I think it might be coming from your mom and your sister. Yeah. But here, and they might make you feel like this, like overwhelmed and stuck, and there's just too much. I think, you have a full time job, you work, you have a very important job, you work, then you have this situation with the lady, all these things are happening to you, so you feel like stuck and unsure, and then therefore you're fighting, you have this internal battle that you're fighting with yourself right now, But I will say, like, outside energies, don't let them, like, deter you or get in your way, like don't let them kind of be like something that you're battling with because then they're kind of like trying to get into your head or try to like mess with you. Because here you have the Queen of Swords. And with the Queen of Swords, it's well, it's basically saying that you're the queen. You're the one that's gonna do what she has to do. And you worked really hard in your life right now for the things that you have or the point that you're at right now. Everything has been very intentional. But with your Queen of Swords, she does represent that like intention and purpose. Like right now, everything needs to serve a purpose. And maybe your karma card, your justice card is like the universe has this much grander plan. And I think you see the plan and you see the opportunity and tell you not to be afraid to take that opportunity. Whatever needs to happen is going to happen. And, that's part of out of your hands. So therefore now it's putting the opportunity in yours as to what are you going to do with that. So with your Queen of Swords, it's almost like you're the one telling, you're in charge. You're going to say what's going to happen. This is how it's going to go. And I think this is the final straw. Like this is it. Because here with your last card, with your Nine of Wands, your Nine of Wands could be a card. You also had a Nine of First and before, Marlene had Nine of Wands where we are at the point, that maybe you've been manifesting hard. And when something is finally in our face, sometimes we might be like, because of like maybe like imposter syndrome or just shit that's happening in life, you might be like, oh my gosh, is this really real? Like, should I do this? Or is this right? Or is this a test? You're just asking too many, you're going back to this, you're going to too many questions. Don't let it, too many questions. And then I don't want to tell you, no, this is definitely meant for you, or this is what's meant to be. Don't worry what needed to happen or how it's gonna happen. It's here now. So take a moment to like really think about things thoroughly and make the move yourself, Like I think it's time. Like the universe knows that there's like as well the Three of Wands relates to property at times. So we're talking about like real estate or property management. The Three of Wands is good to talk about like a property. So it's almost like there are things coming to an end, but in some kind of way, I think they relate to this property. And like, this is the opportunity that the universe is like, here you go, girl. Here it is. Don't be afraid to say, guess what? Todo mundo se me va de la casa right now. You're going into this cat house, okay? Because it is what it is. The universe is giving you the opportunity. It's going to happen. And this is how it's going to go. Yeah, it's ready. It just wants you to like be like, fearless and ready to do this and just go for it. Don't let them make you feel like, stuck or unsure or how, or, other people's feelings. I think you need to really think about your own feelings. Going back to the Page of Cups, you need to think about your own feelings. My mental health is more important to me. My, feelings are more important to me. It's time for me to come through. And, again, we're coming to the end. Justice, also represents things coming back, like astrologically too. So during this retrograde, I think it's showing how things are coming to an end. I know you got that. She's gotten this astrology reading where like certain more of this end of the year, certain things she's coming to endings of certain cycles. Maybe, and going back to maybe things that might have happened a couple of years ago that bring things into full circle now. This is a time. This is a full circle time. This is a full circle time that things are coming into their moment. So don't be afraid to be the Queen of Swords. That she says how it goes, and everyone's gonna listen. Because that's what it is. Everyone's gonna listen. Everyone's gonna follow, and it's gonna just be as it is. And here we go. So that is your rating. Very interesting as to what's going on, but yeah, I think it's there's definitely this retrograde is going to be, it might be insane because of things are all of this is 100 on point.
Yeah, I honestly think it's gonna help you expand. Like I said, condo or a house, another property. So I guess I got it right. Woo!
Yeah.
That was like another house, another property. Like it's just about your home. But girl, yes, do what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Don't care. Remember, other people not living your life. You are.
Yeah.
For real. So if you wanna, sell it,
Just
get a
saw her
condo,
today.
get
She was asking
whatever.
for me, and I got the papers from the attorney, and she left it all to me in Carolina, not my mom. Oop! Because the lady almost left it to in charge for Martiga's mom. But I think that's how you go to see it was the universe. Because if it was to your mom, I don't think your mom would have done what you're gonna do. And I think the universe knows that this is like your outlet, and this is it.
Is Carolina your sister
No,
or
Carlina's
cousin?
like another friend of that woman that owns the property. So
Oh,
needless
that's
to
so
say,
nice.
my mom is pissed and now has an opinion about it all. Oh, okay. That
Wait,
makes
so is this you? Who's this lady to you guys? Is this a family friend?
she's a family friend. She's a family friend.
Well, the reason she left it to her is because she knows the mom's gonna fuck it up.
Yeah, exactly. Carolina's a friend, and then the woman that owns the house and the property, because there's a lot to the property. Yeah, a family friend. Yeah, there's a lot to the property.
Well,
There's
look,
actually a lot to the
like I
property.
said, you could rent that house that you have now to hoots, what's it's, or kick them out and rent it to somebody who's gonna pay more, and you have your little property paid off, and you could pay for your property and your house. I don't know. I feel like this is a business move where it could improve your home life drastically, and you can be at peace.
Yeah,
I'm
she
just
said
saying.
exactly. She knew my mom wasn't going to worry about it. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah.
Well, oh well. Just be like to your mom. Oh well, she knew. She knew who
The
you were.
funniest thing is that card had a cat and this lady has 30. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's a cute card with the cat. I said, "Ooh, a
Let me
cat."
see. Yeah. You're like, oh, the kitty. Yeah.
Well, she was
Yeah.
a cat lady. She probably knew. She's like, "My cats like you, so you're good."
Yeah. The lady has 30 cats. Jesus. So, yeah, the lady was saving, she told me about it. The lady would save cats, so she would see this cat and she'd bring this cat, and then, like, she'll
I
get the
know
cats,
people
like,
like that. I know
dewormed
people.
and fixed, and then, have them be in
They
the,
ended up staying with her. All
yeah.
30 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hope this answers. Like literally, the Justice card talks about divine,
Yeah.
cosmic. This is not something that may be. No, it's going
No.
to happen, and
Mm.
whatever rewards there, it's meant for you. So, what you do with them, do what you want to do. And if anyone bitches and moans, oh fucking well.
Well.
I would highly do like a Madre Ojo cleaning because maybe your MOM may look. I'm telling you, the most powerful Madre Ojos come from family. It's sad to say, but it's because they're energetically connected to you. When you have family, the energy lines are very strong. So therefore, if someone from your family throws you shade, it hits you harder than someone you don't know because you have that energetic connection. So I would just shield yourself and
Yeah.
cleanse your energy. What did that say? Was I'm so confused. What happened to the chat?
The chat go away?
I don't know. Already Mercury's going crazy now.
Oh,
This
yeah.
message is held for review.
Ah, what message?
I don't know. I can't see it.
Let me see.
Can you see the last one?
The last thing she sent, which I saw, it says the funniest thing is that card that had a cat.
Yeah, I saw, oh my God, this has been such, and then I guess they've reviewed it.
What?
I don't know. Oh, because you put a F? Oh.
Oh my God. I think it's because okay.
Come on now. But yeah, I would say, cleanse yourself, put a little protection, a gentle return back to sender. A gentle version, be like, gently let them know, don't fuck with me. And then you should be fine. And I wouldn't tell your mom what you plan to do. I would not, because she like energetically she would try to soil your plan.
Agree reading. I walked into this knowing Mercury will mess with me, and it will not. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think if anything, I'll help you saging and taking spiritual baths for sure.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
Because people be like, "Oh, who is? It's probably someone you know." That it's sad, but some people are really like I've seen it happen to children from older people. Crazy shit. It's
I've seen that too.
like aunts, and it's usually, I'm not gonna lie, there's some shady ass aunts out there throwing shade to like younger kids, and
Yes.
every time she mentions the plans, I would not mention anything to her unless everything is said in writing and is processed. Then you let her know. But if she asks you, oh, so how's the progress? You're like, oh, I don't know yet. It's still paperwork. We're still waiting. Paperwork takes forever. You can lie about that. But I feel like she's the type that, she has sticky fingers. Do you know what I'm people like that? Like, I have people in my life like that have sticky fingers. If you
Yeah.
got money, they somehow thinking how they can get a piece of that. There's people like that. Even it could be your own parent. Like, there's some people like that. I've had my encounters. But like I said, yeah, she's a
Yes.
butterfingers. Be careful. But yeah, you know, they're your parents and you love them, but at the same time, there's personalities. You can't deny the personalities of people outside of their connection to you.
Oh gosh.
Mum's the word on that one. Well, that is your reading. So I feel like things are going to be a lot more clear by the other Mercury retrograde. You're going to know exactly what you want to do. And it looks like good shit's coming your way. A lot of peace and a lot of harmony, which we want. Yeah, that's
Yay.
a great way to end the year, to be honest. It sounds like good things are happening for you. I know that the beginning of the year was rough for you. But look how it's turning around. Yeah.
Ooh.
100% blessed, yes. All right, so we have our last person is Evie. She has 7 cards, and she mentioned general, basically what her guides want her to know.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Love you guys. Have a great night. You too,
You
Manteca.
too. And have something pumpkin spicy, or watch some
Yes.
Halloween movies. This is fun. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so Evie said, okay.
Very interesting. I feel like all of these are all interesting. They're all different. they're not like the same theme for Mercury retrograde. I feel like it's like better like self-realizations. Interesting. All right, I'm gonna go because I have the cards. But
Okay.
let's see. So let me give it. Hold on 1 second. All right, so for the first card for you, Evis, I got here the 9 of Swords. So it looks like there's something creating like anxiety right now. Something in your life that's creating anxiety. You see the little kid, scared on his bed. Maybe you're not sleeping enough. Maybe there's a lot of worries happening. Maybe this is something that's going to happen more during Mercury retrograde. That maybe some worries, maybe things that bother you or things that you're thinking about at night. I do feel like this is related towards the 10 of Pentacles. So there's something that's worrying you in regards to your home life. So it could be family related, or it could be in terms of like money, household related, something of that nature, or it could even be like extended family, like your mom, or something's going on where you're a little bit worried about. I do feel like this could be just related to like finances or something. I feel like it's financial, like home life, bills, and so on. And I see right here that you got the 7 of Pentacles. So I feel like whatever's going on is because you're trying to build something in terms of your home life. This could be like you trying to move or trying to like improve your home life in some way. And I think you're kind of like nervous about it. This could be you trying to get a better job, maybe more income, or you moving into a place that is more suitable for you and your financial needs. But I do, or even just like moving into a place maybe more closer to family, whatever it is. I feel like in general, like you're going through this moment of improving, trying to improve, but at the same time nervous about making those changes. So kind of like, when you transfer or move to a different job and you have those like, oh my God, if this job is going to be great, am I going to have good people around me? Is it going to be those type of jobs where I'm loathing it? Stuff like that. Those kind of worries of changes happening. So I feel like it's more of like growing pains and trying to adjust and change into a better position in your life. So again, you got here the 10 of Pentacles. So this is good. It means that good things are changing in your home life. And this is progression, the 7 of Pentacles. It's progressing and growing. So I feel like it's just those growing pain worries about those transitions and moving into something maybe more peaceful, more abundant. Now, the next card I got here is the 5 of Wands. So you see these huge monster ants. The 5 of Wands is usually a card that represents collective energy. So it could be the reason why you're having these worries and fears in regards to your like home life or finances is because there is maybe some struggle, maybe some arguments or tit and tat. Like I feel like there's just like arguments, worries, and fears that maybe other people are projecting onto you. I don't know if you live with other people or you live with a significant other or you have kids or family or maybe even people like your landlord. But whatever it is, I feel like there's things going on in your living environment, maybe your career or work life that's stressing you out and then causing these fears and doubts, even though you're trying to make these changes to grow. So it could be just transitioning to a different job or settling into something that's more comfortable. I also was nosy and I asked what exactly the 5 of Wands mean, and I got here the 9 of Wands. Babe, close the door. Yeah. So I see here it's the 9 of Wands. So I feel like there's probably been through so much at this point, kind of like how Martika has been through so much, and they're kind of accumulating these changes and these experiences. And you see here he's been I'm sorry, these cards make me laugh. But you see how he's been through a lot and he's literally having this little spear in his hand ready to go. I feel like for you, you've kind of gotten to a point you fought your way to get where you are now. And that even though there may be some little senseless arguments or kind of like difference of opinions during this Mercury retrograde, there's still good things happening. There's still changes in your home that's going to serve you. There's also still going to be progression in your life. It's just, again, I feel like these are growing pains. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like remnants of other people and what's going on in general. Paper towel. Give me 1 second. All right. Sorry, I had to pass paper towel. But I feel like in general, good things are to come. So probably I would say during this Mercury retrograde, just try to be mindful of your anxieties. Try not to let your surroundings spike them up. And if they do, try to find ways to calm yourself down. Maybe do things that bring you peace, that brings you joy during those moments. Because I do see like you're heading in a better direction in terms of your home life. Maybe you're making changes, budgeting, or saving money to increase more balance in your home life. And right here with the Seven of Wands, again, progression's happening. So in general, I feel like you're doing good. I just think there's going to be some environmental energies and probably triggering your fears and doubts here and there. Now, I have some cards here for you. Two more cards, and then we're done. We have here the Oracle card. It says uniqueness, and it says unique, perfect, self, and honor. So just this specific card tells me like you have to honor yourself more during this Mercury retrograde. So do things that honor you and not do things because of other people and what they tell you or what they try to put on you. Like I feel like with this Five of Wands, maybe people might try to stress you out. So I think in general, honor yourself. Be like, you know what, that's a you problem. I'll worry about me. I'll do things to help me. You can deal with it on your own. I feel like it's like people trying to get you in their own problems. But 1 second, sorry. What are you looking for? Oh, I don't know where it is. All right. Then the last card we have here is hidden. So I feel like during this Mercury retrograde, things may be coming out more. This could be just like people in your life that don't serve you or even coworkers. I do feel like it's going to be more like you're going to see the bullshit like in your environment. So if someone's being a little more fussy or a little more argumentative, you kind of be able to pick that out. You're like, all right, this person's having issues and problems and they're affecting me and they're making me worry. Maybe I should be less away from that person. Maybe I should distance myself. Maybe I shouldn't even let it bother me because it sounds like they're going through their own stuff. I feel like, again, things are going to go well. I feel like there's progression in your life. It's just your environment may be a little bit weird. And you just got to navigate it. But overall, I feel like as long as you honor yourself and you have discernment of your environment, you should be fine. But that's overall I'm getting. I feel like you're progressing. Things are moving forward. I just feel like you got to be aware of your surroundings. And that's it. That's overall the message. I apologize for the interruptions. Normally I'm alone, but I'm not today, so. But I hope those messages help you. But I feel like you're going to be fine. I just think, some people and their problems, they try to make it you problems. And that's not the case.
Yeah, I definitely think so too, that you shouldn't be stressing about other things because you have a lot of cards about balance. Actually, like the first two I have for you are the Two of Wands and then the Two of Swords. So with your Two of Wands and then here you have your Two of Swords, where maybe they do relate maybe to certain choices you feel like you have right now, or there's certain moves you feel like you have to make. Your Two of Swords typically represents that, like, or sometimes it does that. Like I think here you have some choices. Maybe they do relate maybe to something family related, or because the Two of Wands relates to like property or real estate. I know your family works in real estate, so it could be relating to your job in some kind of way. So maybe there's things up in the air about that. But the reason why I say more up in the air is because the Two of Swords is telling you that it's almost like right now it's not something for you to freak out about or worry about. Like in the right divine moment, like the universe will tell you when you have to make a move, or if you have to make a choice, or you have to be the leader in this situation. So it's telling you to just like with the Two of Swords is very passive. There's nothing for you to do. You just needed to like Just let the universe show you. Just let the universe guide you right now. Especially with the retrograde, it's almost like I think if anything, the retrograde is going to show you things. It might bring things to the surface that are going to help you kind of make certain choices much easier for you, or certain things that you're trying to work through with your family, or stuff that's going on with like the work and the business to just like unfold for you. So with that said, next to it, you have the Ace of Wands, where the Ace of Wands shows that, the universe is bringing something into the light for you. And the Wands, again, they do relate to things that maybe we are really passionate about in this moment, or like, as well, things are more grounding. And maybe something you're more like, you would feel more excited to step into. And maybe right now, this isn't very exciting. Like it's just like there's too much, maybe emotionally, because the sword, she has it over her heart, so it represents being like protective of ourselves. But a way to protect yourself is that you don't have to mind your business. You don't have to put your energy into it right now. you know just let it go, just let it be, because in the right moment the universe will show you the way, or bring you whatever needs to be for you, or meant to be for you. It's going to bring it to you. And it's going to be like, sorry, in the right moment, or like, as well, like something that you would be really happy about, as like the outcome and the opportunity and what that is for you. Because here you have, the Four of Swords, where your Four of Swords is, you can see she's laying there in bed. This card is about like, she's kind of like looking up, so it's kind of like you're just laying there, kind of like processing a lot of your thoughts, your feelings. Your Four of Swords is like, anxiety, stress, maybe it's a little bit hard for you to sleep right now because there's a lot on your mind, but don't let it, mindful practices are really going to help you out. And the retrograde in Virgo is about that. The best way for us to deal with this right now is through like mindfulness, like meditation, breath work, maybe yoga, go outside and walk in nature, things like that, to kind of like connect with like your spiritual side, to really like, help you step forward into your journey right now and find that balance. Because next to it, you have the Knight of Cups. And this knight is not particularly like in motion. He's just very still, and he's also in his feelings. And I want you to do that. Just be like in your feelings, experience all your emotions, really think about why are these things triggering me right now, or why is it making me feel this way. It could also be that your intuition is responding with like your emotions right now. So that first direct gut feeling you get, or like you might feel right away when someone says something you don't feel right, or you feel really excited, like your intuition is really gonna guide you that way right now. But it's also about like almost having a poker face, that like keeping it to yourself and then processing things more forward. Because as well, here you have the Lovers card. So the Lovers, I think in your reading, your Lovers says a lot of things. Maybe a lot of things are going on with you right now relate to certain relationships you have with certain people. So that could be with family and work, and it's a good sign that like things are going to come to balance to that. So like, or maybe right now you have a lot of emotional stuff, flustering through, due to the fact that these relationships are important to you. So just taking it easy with yourself, with these people, not exposing too much until you have all the information. And that's the best way to also do retrogrades, because sometimes like it's almost like not taking things personally unless you have super duper duper facts. Like you have it, you have all the receipts. And until you don't, it's like just processing things to yourself, and keeping it to yourself. Because as again, with your Two of Swords, the universe is in this retrograde, it's going to reveal the right things to you in the right moment. So just being open to like, okay, I'm just going to sit back and watch and let the universe tell me what to do, or when to do it, or see what I need to see to feel more confident in the choices that I'm making. As well, your Lovers, since it is the Lovers card, I think as well, like if there is any particular person that you've been seeing or dating, like, be open to lean to them right now. You could express yourself to them right now. Maybe the bond will grow a little bit deeper with you guys. So, just enjoying your time with them, like continue to do that, because it's something really good that the universe kind of wants to, help you to kind of like disconnect and kind of like, help balance the energies for you. Because then here with your last card, you have the Page of Swords, where the Page of Swords is like at the end of it all, I think you're gonna have like again the right receipts, the right signs. Like you're gonna have a lot of reassurance as to what is your next move with like I think with your family, with certain relationships. Maybe there's something relating to property, maybe, or like because you guys, the business is proper related stuff. Maybe the business is like you're gonna fully know how to like step into these things, and like what is the next move and feel more confident in it. So right now it's more like yeah, your Four of Swords, where we're anxious and stressed, but as well with the Two of Swords, we feel pressured. Do I feel like I have to do something right now? Like, especially I know you're like a very boss bitch. So it's telling you, don't worry. There's certain times where she could come out and she needs to like also take a break. And right now, the retrograde is for you to take a break on that. And then the universe is going to show you the right things at the right moment. And then if there is certain choices you need to make, you'll be in a peaceful place that you'll feel more confident and more reassurance of what you have to do to really step forward into that. So yeah, that is your reading. Things look pretty. Yeah, I know they've been like challenging or things have come up throughout this year, but it seems like everyone is maybe the fall or after the retrograde. The fall equinox happens on September 23rd. So it's almost like yeah, almost a month from now. We're gonna cultivate what we've been, growing and planting and feeding and fertilizing. It's coming. It's coming. So this retrograde just kind of see us like your moment to like really reassess everything. Reassess everything that's been going on in the past couple of weeks and months, and like how does that like bring you here right now, and then how does that move you forward in the next coming. How like you're gonna step into like ending this year as well. Because we're almost there. It's crazy.
Time is flying. Yeah, I agree. Pretty much, it sounds like just stay on course and just be aware of yourself. But it looks like things are moving forward. It's just there's maybe stuff around you, but I think you're gonna be fine with these. I don't think it's gonna be intense retrograde. Just more
Mhm.
like she said, balance and try to stick into your own lane and try not to let people take you out of your lane. But you're gonna be fine. But yeah, that's overall the readings we have. That was not bad. I feel like
Yeah.
every reading was a little different.
Yeah, I think
Usually
his
something.
reading was different, or there was something different too. Like everyone has like everything that their own things are going on with them. So
Yeah, some of it was home life, some of it was career, some of it was like specifically like, your own progression and growth. I think this is probably the theme, even though it's not really a consistent theme between each person. I think it's a theme of like everyone's gonna have their own development in their life, and whatever that development is just gonna push them forward even more.
yeah,
So maybe even push some boundaries. You know how you think you can only get to a certain level, and they're like, no, there's more. It's like pushing you to the next level. But yeah, I feel like this is gonna be a decent Mercury retrograde. It's gonna go by fast. I think. I don't think this is the longest one. No, right?
no, I
This
don't think so.
year,
This one, yeah, I
it's
was
like
gonna
a
say this.
month.
Yeah, it's typically yeah.
It's exactly a month actually. I think so. So I think it's by the time we're done with September, excuse me, and usually the fall months go by really fast. I think until when is the daylight savings? November. Wait, are we doing that anymore? Because I know we stopped.
Oh, yeah, it's something that I was thinking about too.
I don't think
But
we're doing it anymore. I think it's gonna be like this, isn't it?
I don't know. I thought so too, and that's something I was thinking about.
We will update you once we find out more information. But I think it's gonna stay like this. So time is gonna be a little fast, but in a way that's like, hey, take hold of the moment. Don't let moments pass you by, type of thing. So, but I don't know. I feel good about this Mercury retrograde. I don't know about you. I feel like it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I think it's gonna. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be horrible. I think it's gonna be good, especially for like mental wellness and awareness and things like that. So,
Because I'm Virgo, definitely.
mhm.
So I'm not gonna lie. That was even though those are three readings, I feel a little sleepy. Because sometimes during readings, when you feel energetically, like tired, I get sleepy. So I'm surprised I'm a little sleepy. But then again, I worked out. Oh my god, that scared the shit. I have kids in my building. I'm apologize. That scared the shit out of me.
Oh my god, dude. That is
I
great.
hope that's not a bad omen.
I don't think so. I just feel like it was just kind of like out of nowhere. Like it literally sounded like your boyfriend was watching a scary movie or something, but that was a real child in the. Oh my god! That's
Yo, that's scared. And it's scared because they came out of nowhere. Yeah, we have kids in the building, and they're very interesting sometimes hearing them. But that's the first. Maybe the little kids are excited to go back to school. I
Oh my
don't
god,
know.
that's right. You guys haven't gone back to school yet. We already started. That's why.
I know. We start. Hold on. I think it's after next week.
Okay.
But wow. It's gonna be still a good Mercury retrograde, despite hearing the kids scream.
Yeah.
But I hope you guys enjoyed this collaboration live. We're gonna do more, of course, and very soon is gonna be spooky time, so we're gonna do spooky time collabs. And yeah, like I said, follow sister at La Bruja de 305 on YouTube, and then she has another name on Instagram, the Tarot Queen. So follow her there. We both will not DM you for any services. We both have websites, so book us there. I'm just saying that as a because Instagram is very shady with the whole 5-6 different like user profiles. So also follow me here on YouTube, same name on Instagram. If you want to follow us on TikTok, I think it's the Tarot Queen on. Is it the Tarot Queen or La Bruja de 305?
It's La Bruja de 305.
La Bruja de 305 on TikTok, and then also Luna's Oracle and TikTok as well. But yeah, follow us, and if you would like to get a reading yourself, stay tuned on our Instagrams. That's where we announce all the collaborations that we're doing in YouTube. And yeah, this was fun. I'm excited. The next time we probably see each other is like officially September fall.
I know.
I'll be at work. No, I had a good mindset. I told myself when I go back to work, I'm just gonna do my job. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna have pumpkin spice. Like it's a motivation. I'm gonna have pumpkin spice, put my little movies. You know, I can do it.
Yes.
9 to 5. It's not. I'm not a 9 to 5 person. I'm one of those I need like 4 hours of work, and then I could do free stuff. But no, that's not the case in real life. But what can you do? But when you come to New York, let me know, and maybe we'll film some stuff together. I don't know what.
Yeah, I'm doing. So we're gonna go. So just so you know, directly that weekend, the reason why we did that one is because my friend that lives there, she's a teacher. So we looked at her teacher schedule, or like the students, like the educational. And that Monday is Indigenous People Day, which is Christopher Columbus Day. So that's how we chose. We're like, oh, because you guys have Monday off. You guys have that day off, and the kids won't be at school either. So
Nice.
So that way, we fly in early, we get in early, but she says she'll let us know, depending her school too, like if she can have that day off, or we just do our thing until she makes it
She's out
home.
from
Yeah.
work.
But also, like, I figure, kids get out the latest, like 3-ish, or what time do kids get out? Like middle schoolers here?
Around like the late. It depends on the school and what time they choose, because each school chooses the time. So some kids get out at like 2:40, and then the latest like 3:10. But I think 3-ish is usually for older grades. And like if she's an elementary school teacher, then I think
she was between two schools that were either elementary or a middle.
Oh, so then probably 3, the latest for her. If it's a Monday, most likely 3-ish. But yeah, we should be fine.
Because here in our school, the school system, the way it works here is elementary school and high school start at 7:30 and end at 2:30. And then middle schoolers start at 9. It's so random. I don't know why. Starts at 9:10, and then you get out at 3:40. That's how we do it. I don't know how they chose this time, but that's how we do it.
I
Everyone's
think
like,
it's also like traffic wise, maybe that too.
oh,
Like
maybe that's what they
people,
thought about. Because
I'm
here,
thinking.
like they basically try to make sure, or I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the same thing over there, that there's enough schools within certain neighborhoods, or like there's basically almost, especially down here, they've been building enough schools because there's the issue we had was a population issue. Because when I was in high
Oh.
school, my graduating class was 800 students. So, and when we first started, our freshman year was 1,000 freshmen. 1,000 freshmen.
It's a lot.
Just freshmen alone.
That's a
1,000.
lot of kids. And
Yeah.
I know there's like a teaching shortage in Florida. So wow. That's a lot.
Mm. But I
But
don't
what
blame actually. So I was looking through Indeed, like looking through some jobs, and there was I took a picture of it because a truck driver for like Bloomingdale's or Macy's earns almost like $30 an hour, and a teacher's being offered $18 an hour.
yeah, of course. Right here in New York City, a UPS worker earns more than a teacher. I want to be a UPS worker. Yeah, they
Yeah, or
earn
other
more than
things.
a teacher.
I was just looking at one right now. It says something to make pizzas. It was $19 an hour. And I was like, oh, really?
Hmm.
That sounds better than some other jobs. So I was like, wow.
That's what I'm saying. Like jobs that are essential get weirdly enough get paid less than some jobs that honestly are not as essential as people work in
Mm,
the sanitary, transportation, what do you call? Was it healthcare? So it's just weird. I think it also why school jobs don't get that much money. I think it's also because it's a female dominated industry, and you know
mm,
how it is. If it's female dominated, everything's lower
yeah.
in terms of money and recognition and all that.
That's a good point. Well, hopefully things are changing for the better.
Yes.
But we'll
So
definitely,
we'll definitely host more. Like I said, we'll host more. We'll do more spooky stuff because in the spooky season. And if any of you guys miss out, don't worry. We always host and we make sure to do this because we know people want guidance, but on a budget.
yeah, true. That too.
But if you do want to book personal readings with with me or sister, we do have websites. I think hers is La Bruja de 305, right?
Yeah.
.com, and then
Mhm.
mine's is lunasoul.com. We will not reach out to you for any readings. If you see that, that's probably a scammer. Me and sister do not have the energy nor the time to do all that work. I promise you that.
Yeah,
But
no.
yeah, we thank you for joining me, sister. Thank
Yay.
you, Olivia, babe.
Oh, Olivia, it's okay, mommy. It's
Olivia,
okay.
thank you for joining us, and we can't wait to see you on the next one.
Yay! Thank you so much for having me, and we'll see you guys till then.
Bye.
Bye.